I sometimes call myself a fun guy when I'm doing this research.
There's an extreme cool factor to this.
Can you cut that one out, actually? Hi, my name is Chris Maurer.
My name's Jeremy Mansky.
I'm an architect at Red House Studio.
I'm a chef here in Cleveland. I'm getting ready to open up Larder Delicatessen.
When I first started as an architect, I had no idea that it would lead to where we're at today. When we renovate buildings, we're always finding waste material. There's over 500 million tons of waste that go into landfills every year in the U.S. alone. Coming up with an eco-friendly way of building that uses biology, we're able to save material from going to landfills.
We work within these closed-loop systems. We don't like to create waste.
BioCycler came from the idea that we can actually recycle homes, and we're using biology to do the work.
As Chris and I got to know each other, he found out my use of fungi and wild species incorporated into our food.
From a pound of waste, we can actually make a pound of food and a pound of building material. And the conversion happens just by adding water and air.
And I found out what he was doing about the BioCycler, and we just hit it off. It was a match made in heaven.
You're creating two benefits from one waste material.
There's an extreme demand for specialty mushrooms.
And I had to basically become a farmer. We use edible mushrooms, and that way we can actually produce a food source at the same time as making a building material.
We can take old materials, create new materials, and then have a food product on top of that is just incredibly fascinating, and it fits in with our model of cuisine.
So the process is we'll take waste from construction sites. This material can be turned into basically sawdust. We'll chip up the material, things like straw, soy husks. We'll put them into a pasteurization bath, and it's soaked in the bath that'll kill any organisms that might be growing in there. And then we'll seed them with biological binders, including fungus. Then the mycelium will grow throughout that entire bag into something that looks more like this. And that's overwhelmed with mycelium right now. The roots of the fungus bind the material together that can be structural, insulative, and fire resistant all at the same time, making it the most multifunctional material that exists. These were some of the mushrooms that we harvested for Jeremy.
Any mushrooms that Chris has to spare, we're going to be using in our food. So it's a great way to tie in and keep using.
I think this is an exciting stepping stone into a world where we're using biomaterials for everything.
We have an opportunity here to revolutionize living systems.
And it's an exciting time in science and in building that this is actually happening.